We're going to take a look at the visual style of the Danny Kinda videos and where we've gone wrong with the last couple of videos. These are some of the more famous scenes from our videos. As you can see, Danny Kinda dominates the frame. His personality is pretty powerful, and so is his image here, taking up most of the frame. A lot of these he's addressing the camera, which kind of helps as the camera kind of follows him around. You can see even here like an action scene where he's setting. You don't really see where the ball goes. You just see Danny kinda. The outcome of the play isn't very important, like the hit here. Only Danny matters. The USYVL created some complications because we had almost too much to film, too many kids. As you see here, it's a good shot of a tight one of Danny, but this one's kind of pointless. You can barely even tell which one he is. Also, having tight shots on YouTube really helps because the screen's small, so you really need to see the characters close up. And dialogue scenes, obviously you want to be closer to the camera. Boring. This scene's kind of a visual joke where Danny's nowhere in sight, and the payoff is we zoom in up on the hill where he's, again, close on frame passing. The Phil and Todd video has plenty of good shots. I like this one. We only had enough posters to cover right by his head, so it kind of forced us to shoot tight. But I think we tried to film a little too much action, a whole match being played, so we kind of lost some of the visual makeup. Here's Danny kind of in the center. Here's a good one of us, close-up dialogue, way too close to be standing in actual reality, but works for the scene. This face would not be close to as funny if it was far off. Reaction shots and celebration shots are always funny. Some more dialogue here. Some of these are way too tight, you can't see his whole body, but it works for you too. And addressing the camera again. Now I want to look at some of the shots that don't really work. This one's just way too far off. It works as the joke of filming a recruiting video, but just way too static and far off of a shot. Compare this setting one to the one in the national team video. See how far away that is compared to this. Much tighter. You get to see all his reactions, his facial features. It works a lot better. This one could have been better if it was tighter, if it was shot more like Dan and I in this video here. Again, we're standing way too close to each other, but it looks good on film. We almost took out the Clay Stanley sequence because it's just way too far off. Oh, shooting far off also ruins dialogue. We had to cover this with voiceover. That was pretty bad. He's supposed to be addressing a crowd, but you wouldn't know it by where the camera's at. In the script, this was really funny. Danny off playing by himself, but if you look at it, he just looks like an ant. You can barely tell what he's doing. Way too small. Option. Funny on paper, but didn't really pull it off from this far away angle. Now you need some long establishing shots to kind of show what's going on, but as far as cutting to the punchline of the jokes, the lines that made our videos famous, you need a close-up shot to kind of punctuate the joke. Here's shuffle, not working in the new video. And in the old Team USA, here's it working. Closer up, just a lot tighter. Chicken wing, very disappointing. Kind of just threw that in there. Looks like we didn't even try. The final scene, just way too far off to be any kind of a climax. They are Danny Kinda's videos after all, and they work at their best when we remember that.